Welcome back, everyone. I just want to ask you guys some questions, make you pick your own brain here and see what qualifies you as what is your deciding factor in picking a RC ground pounder, right? Is it off-road, stadium truck, trophy truck type thing, or is it more like a crawler? Is it more miniature size, like this 1/16 mini slash? Even though it's got a big 550 size motor in it, you can run dual batteries right there. Or maybe you make a custom one-of-a-kind chassis that nobody else has, add your own suspension and drive shaft, and put a toy-grade body on it and some other plastic bits on there from a toy. And then maybe you want something even smaller, like a 1/32 size. But that aside, what really is your deciding factor? Is it a kit, like maybe this touring car I have here, carbon fiber chassis? Is it something like that you put together? Does it have ball bearings? Is it the price point? Is it the motor? Is it brushless? Is it brushed? Maybe it's a scale. Maybe you like small scale. I mean, it does have their convenience. You cannot buy this one in the store. You can buy the body, but then you have to do the work yourself. And same with that. You're going to have to do all the work yourself if you want that. But maybe it's just a simple RTR. It's fast. It's dependable. Parts are readily available. It's at a good price point. Or a vehicle that's a little bit smaller, almost twice as expensive, and really doesn't do all that good of a job, mostly because, I don't know, there's either something wrong with the transmitter or receiver. I don't know. They keep telling me to check the fucking antenna. The antenna's fucking there. I've pulled off the body. I've checked it. After about 50 feet of distance, it cuts off. So what is it that makes you want a particular RC? Is it ball bearings, independent suspension, solid front and rear axle, solid rear axle, independent front suspension, IFS? Is it the scale size? Is it a price point? Is it a kit? What is it that makes you go the way you go? So now I want to show you something else. So maybe you're looking for an RTR, and many of us in the hobby, we buy a combination like I do, kit form and RTRs. And some of you may recognize both of these cars. This one here that you're looking at was roughly $41 at the time that I purchased it, but I added an extra battery to it, which brought it up to $46. Fully proportional steering, throttle, independent suspension on all four corners, 1/16 scale. I don't know if that's true to scale or if there is some standard. Is there a standard? I don't think there's really a standard in this hobby. Then we move over here to the Traxxas generic, I'd call it the generic brand. Evidently they've been around since the 70s, but I don't know. This is a 1/18 scale. Both of them are rally cars. And just take a look at the transmitter here. Let's just take a look at this transmitter. Here's the Traxxas. I'm just going to call it Traxxas, even though they say it's Traxxas. I mean, there's not really much going on here. We got either a red light or red button up there, on-off switch maybe, and then a steering trim. Right? Not much in the way of controls. This one, by the way, was $129, or roughly, with shipping and tax. Right? I think it was actually $119 before all that happened. So $119, $41. Bushings, ball bearings. Let's look at this transmitter from the Eashine. We just have, not that it's a better remote control, maybe it is, but we automatically have more stuff. We got electronic stability control, we have steering trim, steering reverse, throttle reverse, and steering reverse, and we got a side button up there, we got a button here, and we got a button down there. This vehicle right here by Eashine has lights. This one does not. Again, $41, $129. I actually bought 2 of these cars. So it came out to $111 with shipping, handling, and tax. It came out to $111 and some change. So 2 of these cars are still cheaper than 1 of these. So let's take a look underneath. There's that one. It's powered by a 370 motor. And there's that one, the name brand. Both have friction dampeners. Although, I don't know, the red, I guess the red looks kind of nice because it stands out. But it's located on the same side of the chassis. This one, the Eashine's got a heat sink. This one does not. And it looks to me like they both have a built-in receiver / ESC. And as the same with this one. This one has a 6-volt nickel metal hydride battery. Kind of hard to see, but it is underneath that cover. The slick tires do feel pretty grippy, so this would make actually for a better touring car in my opinion. This one here does come with a lithium-ion battery versus a LiPo. I'm sure either one of these can run a LiPo. So I have not read through the owner's manual to find out if there's a LiPo setting on here yet. But it just boggles my mind that you can pay, yeah, the Traxxas, right? Boggles my mind. You can pay twice as much for a name brand, no ball bearings, almost no functions on the transmitter, than you can this cheap stuff. I mean, I'm guessing all this plastic and stuff is still made in China. This stuff here is made in China. I mean, I don't get it. What do the tires feel like? That tire feels pretty grippy. We have a solid metal drive shaft right here. Can we identify anything? We got a solid metal drive shaft in there. What about the outboard side? The outboard side is going to be hard for you guys to tell that on camera, but it is plastic from the looks of it. I'm not 100% on that, but I'm pretty sure it's plastic. Let's go to this one. We can clearly see they're metal. I mean, they're bright, shiny, and in your face. So you're getting, as much as I hate to say it, man, I hate to say it, you're getting much more product already for a lesser price. The parts are injection molded, vacuum molded, what have you, more than likely still in China. I mean, if you're going to offer this price, if you're going to make this the price point of your vehicle, then you need to be hiring American employees where it says American made, American assembled here in the United States. That's how I see it. And I would be more than happy to pay that price to see a Made in America logo on your box. But I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it at all. It's just hard to fathom. I mean, the shit comes from the same place practically. We got more functions, more stuff, less functions, and a higher price. They both came with a charger. Traxxas actually did supply batteries. The Eashine supplied some goodies here. And they supplied a bag of goodies. I got an extra battery in here. I got tools, some extra control arms, I guess, or steering adjustment, a charger, obviously my other battery, and a set of drifting tires. 2 of these cheaper than 1 of those. And what I've learned from purchasing these things from overseas, actually I bought this one off USA Banggood because I don't have to wait a month and 3 weeks for shipping, and plus my package doesn't look like it's been beat up by the local customs agent guy because he was bored that day. It just boggles my mind. I'm really at a loss of words. 2 of these. And you can get a brushless version of this, I think, for around $69 at the time I was looking on USA Banggood. There's probably a similar one if you're in the United Kingdom. You probably find a UK Banggood or something like that. But it's just really kind of irritating. I expect more of Traxxas. I mean, this isn't my first Traxxas. This isn't my second Traxxas. I've owned several of them, but I'm really starting to think you're just paying for that right there, a name. That's what I'm really starting to think here. You're just paying for a name, still all the parts made in the same country. And I don't know, Traxxas claims this is a 370 motor, but they claim theirs is a 370 motor too, but it might be actually a 380 or 390 motor. They both got an owner's manual. Eashine seems to be a little thicker, a little better, but it's just hard to justify spending this kind of money on stuff. So are they actually different? Okay, this one's 1/16th, and this one's 1/18th, allegedly. So there they are, wheel to wheel, as best as I could eyeball them up. And we are only just a little tiny bit bigger on the Eashine. And that's a 1/16th, 1/18th. So depending on what your goal is, let's check the track width. Okay, so the Traxxas is on top, and I kind of roughly, I can probably move over a little bit more, but it's about an inch bigger, right? Sorry about all the shadows and stuff. My bench is still a mess from working on that other car. It's about an inch wider. But if you want to modify this, like I showed another video, I think I want to turn this car into a touring car. Now, there is a lot of parts availability for this one directly from the Traxxas website, of course. You can even add for a carbon fiber chassis for $100. You can go for their Traxxas brand brushless motor system, which is another $160. So you get basically looking at a $500 car right there. For why? If I wanted to go brushless on this one, I can spend another $20. I don't know. It's just not making sense. You would think smaller scale would be cheaper, but who knows? I don't know. Anyway, I'm just curious what you guys think. What do you guys look for in an RC car? Leave your thoughts and feelings down below.